I need to give you a massive apology. I've had a huge realization over the last few days of doing work with Paul Council. We had a lot of time together yesterday, but I've also been listening back to other lectures. I'm not setting a standard for extreme success. I wanted a product that would give anyone access to the possibility of uncommon success. I believe it's impossible for most people to have any significant level of success. The idea that anyone can achieve anything, you can do anything you set your heart to, your mind to, I think that's absolute bullshit. And I think that the majority of people are never going to achieve anything significant, anything positive, anything of note, because they're not in an environment where that is ever going to happen. It's not like you're accidentally going to become an Olympic champion. That's what it's like to become successful in life, to win life on your own terms. It's like becoming an Olympic champion, only much more important than any gold medal will ever be, because it's your life. I'm not setting a standard for you to have life on your terms, for you to have extreme success, because I've made my product so accessible at $2 a week that I've attracted people who haven't achieved any level of success and are not on track to achieve any level of success. And then I'm looking to support at that level. And so I will continue to give access to what I've created for a very low price, but I need to maintain clarity that the standards that people set for themselves are not okay. The standard of turning up once a week, once a month, doing things half-assed, not actually producing anything, not being extremely athletic, not gaining wealth, not doing the learning, not being a serious knowledge athlete, not doing 2 to 4 hours a day of developing yourself. It's not okay. It's up to you. It's not like it's going to emotionally affect me. It's still going to be the case that some people are going to choose to live in that way. But for me, it's not okay. For me, it's important that I hold myself to the standard of becoming that success student, that serious student of success, that knowledge athlete, and continue to develop myself in the way that I developed myself when I was charging $10,000 to work with me, when I charged $30,000 for the year to work with me. I need to continue to hold myself to that standard, even while giving people access to what we're doing for only $2 a week. So that is the apology that I feel is deserved, is merited. I'm not holding you to that standard. I haven't really truly encouraged you to become serious students of success and knowledge athletes. It is difficult for you to make that kind of big decision of like, there's no way I'm going to stand with the majority. There's no way I'm going to submit to conventional wisdom for only $2 a week. It's not a big decision. There's no risk on your side. I have people telling me that the $97 a year, like they need to wait for the next paycheck, or they're just not sure if they're going to receive the value and stuff like that. It makes me want to headbutt them through the phone and wake them up and shake them, because the possibilities for their life to be good, to be anything like what it could be, at least, it's subjective whether something's good or bad. Nothing's good or bad. What I love and what excites me is seeing human potential being explored. And when I know that that potential is not going to be even fractionally explored, because the person is going to continue to be an environment that will not challenge them to experience anything like their best, it's horrible. Like, it brings a tear to the eye. It's so disappointing, so frustrating, but yet it's not my responsibility. It's up to each of us to choose. We each get the free ride. We get 50% of our potential for free. The other 50% we have to choose. Are we going to learn new languages? Are we going to learn new skills? Are we going to build new businesses? Are we going to consistently have conversations with people who are ahead of us on the journey? Are we going to be uncomfortable? It's uncomfortable to learn a handstand. It's uncomfortable to become a 5-ball juggler. It's uncomfortable to build a body that holds as much muscle mass as you're genetically likely to ever hold. It's uncomfortable to become very mobile, to build splits, to build these positions, back bridges. But if we're not going to go through discomfort, then we cannot enjoy the feeling that comes with that success, with the ability to access those positions where a child looks at you and goes like, wow. The child stops. When children see me training, they stop in their tracks and they're like, wow. Adults choose to accept mediocrity to such an extent that they can't even see hard work and success when they look at it. We're so desensitized. We've seen the best of everything on YouTube, so we can't even imagine for ourselves anymore what it must be like, how much work it must take to be able to perform to an extreme level. We're used to being entertained, which is just stealing our attention, stealing our life force. We only have so many attention units to use in a lifetime, and they're being stolen from us. We're not putting them into things that lead us to uncommon success. That we're not putting them into things that lead us to life on our own terms. 4 years. Put 4 years into winning life on your terms, to building an exponential business. I help people open gyms. Gyms are not exponential businesses. When you build something online, you have a new future. You can go and live wherever you want. If the government decides they're not in favor of the things that you're in favor of, you have the opportunity to move. Everybody should be set up. Everybody within Uncommon Success should already be setting up themselves up internationally, to not to be dependent on one government. It doesn't make any sense to be dependent on one government in the modern time. But we can't even get to conversations like that because we don't have the level, the standard that we need. So I'm looking for these serious students of success to actually really commit to building, to being uncomfortable, go through discomfort. If you don't have a sales page right now and you don't have a product, then you are not a serious student of success. I need to improve my sales pages and my products to set a better example, because my focus has been on you guys. My focus is, I already know that I can do it. I know I can sell $10,000 products. What I need is for you to be able to sell those $10,000 products, or whatever price it is. It doesn't matter what the price is. It can be $1,000 product and you sell it 10,000 times. That's life on your terms forever. Frustration. There's so much joy in this as well, right? We are so close. We have these villages now. We have these physical locations where we're going to come together, but we're going to come together as who we are. So I don't want you to come to the village if you're not a serious student of success. I don't want you to come to the village. If $50 a week is a lot of money to you, then you're not welcome. It's true. Because it just means that you haven't put any value out into the world. And if you haven't put any value out into the world, then you're not valuable. And I know there's people who will say, well, you know, you're perfect just the way you are. You're not. The world wasn't built that way. If a child decides as a 6-month-old, oh, I'm not going to walk, I'm not going to learn to speak, are they just as valuable as if the child does what it naturally is intended to do, which is to become its best? What everything in nature does is become its best. We live in this anti-competitive, anti-progress, anti-development culture, anti-achievement. It's not okay. It's time to become serious students of success, to join the knowledge economy, to become a knowledge athlete. You can express that best, clearest physically. You can also express that in the sales page that you've created, in the product that you've created. I will help you to form that idea with the product of something that you're in love with, that you know that you want to create, that is a solution for the world. It can help you to do that. But you have to get some of your attention back. 99% of people don't have the time. They don't have the time to become an uncommon success, to live life on their terms. They don't have the time. But that's because they're giving all their attention away to things that aren't ever going to make them the kind of person that they want to be, the kind of person that they can be proud of. The attention units are being stolen. Freedom, true freedom, cannot be taken away from someone. It can only be given away. We give away our freedom by putting our attention on things that will never give us the results that we want in life. How do you put attention on what it is that you love? That's what we've created Uncommon Success for. That's what we do when we're here in these villages. We put our attention on what we actually love. We create things that really work, that make the world a better place. And yet, most people struggle to find 5 or 10 minutes to check in with that community that wants you to be an extreme success. If you want to be an Olympic athlete, you need to be checking in for 2 hours a day. If you don't have the time to support other people to become successful, then where is your success going to come from? So it's time to step it up. It's time to be more accountable, to choose achievement, to choose the discomfort and stress of achievement. People start to feel stressed when they start this and they're like, oh, I'm feeling stressed, I'm finished. No. This is eustress. This is positive stress. This is the stress that turns us into Olympic athletes, that turns us into diamonds. There must be pressure. There must be stress. But we choose to adapt to that stress. The stress of putting together a great headline and a great sales page. It takes a lot of brain power. The stress of making videos. We must continually go through that stress, to take feedback in the most positive way, to give that feedback to each other. When we do, everything's possible. Everything is possible. We can create solutions that people can't even dream of and can't even imagine. The concept of the villages is so mind-boggling to people. The concept of the villages is, what if we create places that are amazing for people to thrive, environments that cause humans to thrive? We know it's easy to make environments where humans think smaller, don't feel healthy, don't expand their minds. That's easy. We know how to do that. What if we create environments for people to thrive in? What if we create environments where anyone could live life on their own terms, making only $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month? What if you could live in an amazing environment without having to have much money? These are the questions that I am answering with my life force, my energy. I encourage you to answer big questions. The quality of your life is proportional to the quality of the questions that you're asking yourself. If you're asking yourself anything less than, how can I be making $5,000 a month online, $50,000 a month online, building a real solution that changes the future and the course of humanity, then you're wasting your creative energy. We can do it. We are doing it. It is happening. But we need to aim higher. We need to set higher expectations for ourselves. And I apologize to you for not doing that, for not setting those higher expectations. I expect you to become extremely athletic. I expect you to become rich. I expect you to become smarter. Bring that knowledge to the table. Bring your best to the table. Go through the stress, the positive stress of becoming someone of value, someone of worth, someone who other people will invest massive time, energy, and money to be around. If people aren't willing to spend thousands of dollars to come and spend time with you, then you're doing life wrong. Life on your terms means becoming valuable. When you're valuable, you are the number one asset. It doesn't matter about this crypto coin and that crypto coin, what Bitcoin does and what the market does. You are the asset. You are the alpha asset. Develop the alpha asset and everything else is fine. For sure, buy some Bitcoin or buy some whatever it is that makes sense to you. But if you are becoming that asset that you're proud of, then everything is possible. Life on your terms. It's so hard to even imagine life on our own terms because we've been so conditioned since very young. 9 to 5, we do this. We start that 9 to 5, 3 years old. Some children are starting at 2 years old. Go to daycare, get picked up. Go to school, get picked up, get the bus home. Do your homework. Go to work. You get to use a quarter of your time, a fifth of your time, a sixth of your time to do what you want to do. It sounds horrible, right? If it doesn't sound horrible to you, then this is not for you. If it sounds horrible to have 3/4 of your attention used for something that you don't necessarily want to use it on, then we have to use that little bit that we have. If that's a quarter at the moment, if you get to have a quarter of your time to do what you want to do, then we have to fully utilize that. If it's a fifth, if it's an hour a day, if you can only put 1 hour a day into becoming free, put everything into that hour and then do your best for the rest of the day. Survive after that. Let's do this. Let's create these solutions. Because if you up your standards, then the whole game improves. It all depends on you. as one person succeeds, as one person goes to that next level, everybody is invited and challenged to go to that next level. It's not always easy to be challenged in that way. I've been hanging around a lot with Ben Patrick over the last few years. It's been tough to see him go so far ahead of me. It is the mentor's dream. Every good mentor should want to see their students do that. And I love that he's done that. And I'm so grateful. And it's given me so much opportunity to have Ben Patrick go to a level that I couldn't even imagine for myself when we first started working together. It's tough. It's tough to see him do that. It's so good, but it is challenging. It's challenging because it's like, well, what the hell am I doing then? Why am I aiming so low? Why am I not producing the results that he's producing? But that's positive stress. That's positive stress that says, okay, I better train a little bit better. Okay, I better learn a bit more about making videos. Okay, I better have better conversations with people. Maybe I never get there, but the fun is in the journey. The fun is in seeing what's possible, exploring potential. I've yet to have one person tell me they regretted learning to juggle. I've yet to have someone tell me they regret getting to $1,000 a month online, $5,000 a month online. You don't regret progress. You regret not having a go at things, and you feel depressed, you feel down, you feel negative about the work that you don't do. When you actually start doing it, you don't feel anxious about it. When you actually start doing it, you feel proud. Even if you know that it's not the work that you're going to be doing 2 years from now. You can't get the results that you'll get 100 videos in, 1,000 videos in on video one. It's not possible. I'm sharing this message from the heart directly, but I've been speaking about these topics for a while. I can get a lot better at it, but maybe I'm already better at it than some people. It's because I've already done a lot of it. I need to do more of it, and as I do more of it, maybe it'll help me to help more people get more of this, more of what I want for life. I want these villages to be everywhere. I want people to be able to take a gap year and go and stay in an uncommon village, study the uncommon success education system, and train day in, day out, and be around people who've chosen a life of high achievement. I'm so excited for that. But it's going to take more work. I need to be able to fund that. Therefore, I need to have a better product. Therefore, I need to have a better sales page. Therefore, I need to have better video. Therefore, I need to have students who are having better results. We need to have a higher standard of achievement. I don't understand why there are not 10,000 people in Uncommon Success. The results are there. The results are clear of what has happened for people who I've worked very closely with. People haven't been able to afford that $10,000, but I had hundreds of people opt in for that $10,000 journey to be my students. Now, when I've lowered the barrier and the bar to entry, I've also lowered the standards, and that's not okay. So it's time to really get to work. It's time to set that standard higher. It's time to achieve athletic excellence, see where we can take this. Let's become success students. Let's become serious students of success, knowledge athletes, build solutions, and live those lives that we can be proud of. Life on our own terms. Let's do this.